Salute, folks. It's your boy, the insurance junkie, your fiduciary fella, the all-star advisor Alonzo Hall, and I've returned today to whap and tap on your head with another ADH wealth solution. Before I go in, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule a one-on-one appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description. Salute, folks. Today, I'm going to address different factors affecting investor expectations, which are things like time horizon, personal risk tolerance, and liquidity. But before I go in, make sure you hit the like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule a one-on-one appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description. So, what affects the expectations of an investor? As I mentioned before, one is time, which is the most prominent factor that affects investor expectations. The basic premise behind the time horizon is simple. The longer you ask an investor to give up their money, the more they expect to get back in return for the use of their money. In consequence, the longer an investment's maturity date, or the date on which the original investment will be returned to the owner, the higher return it pays. This is why a 3-year CD gets more than a 3-month CD. The impact of investor expectations is centered between risk and the return. So the longer the time horizon, the higher the chances are that something could go wrong or change, like a CEO gets fired or tax laws change. Now, most investors prefer a sure thing, but it offers a lower return. So to entice investors to consider an unsure investment, the seller must make a better offer in terms of return. So now another factor affecting expectations is risk tolerance. I want you to think of risk tolerance as the ability to sleep at night. If a person is losing sleep because an investment in an international bond fund, aka I-bonds, then it's clear that something about that fund is causing immense psychological pressure. And that signals that the investment exceeds their risk tolerance. So lost sleep over investment could be due to several reasons, such as not understanding how the fund works or what it invests in. It could be fear that the fund will drop in value or how currency exchange rates could affect the investment. So now what seems like too much risk for one person could be little to no risk at all for another, which is why it's important to work with a financial professional. Now, other factors affect a person's risk tolerance too, such as knowledge, prior experience serving a major role in it, and personal resources. For example, someone who makes $50,000 a year looks at a $5,000 loss much differently than someone who makes $750,000 a year. So now this moves us to the next factor affecting expectations, which is liquidity, which breaks down to how fast an investment can be turned into cash with little to no loss in value. For example, a 3-month bank CD has high liquidity. You put your cash in, and then 3 months later, it gets back your money with a little interest. Now, because their prices can swing significantly, sometimes even on a daily basis, investors don't consider stocks to be illiquid as other investments. So from an investor standpoint, the need for liquidity depends on the situation. For example, money that's needed to start a business in the next 4 months should be liquid. However, money to retire in 25 years does not need to be liquid right now. So the higher the liquidity, the lower return, and vice versa. So recent years, a lot of research has given us these few key takeaways about risk tolerance. Men are more risk tolerant than women. Risk tolerance decreases over time. It decreases with age. Risk tolerance increases with income, wealth, and education, yet decreases with marriage and number of dependents. Measurements of risk tolerance are relatively stable over time. And finally, financial advisors are generally more risk tolerant than many of their clients. So that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit the like, drop a comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware every time I release new content. And as always, share, share, share. Lastly, to contribute to channel growth or to schedule a one-on-one appointment with a licensed financial professional, the links are in the description. With that being said, wipe ass. Work in progress every day and see success. Salute, salute, salute. Hey folks, this last video was sponsored by my company, where we help people like you to reach their financial goals. We do this through a simple conversation where we help to identify and then protect your lifestyle, and then we implement a plan. The process starts at about an hour. So, if you want more information or you want to schedule a consult, contact me via the information in the description box, and let's talk and see if we're actually a great fit for each other. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, when people challenge you, they don't challenge you to challenge you, but they challenge you to challenge you. Accept the challenge. Thank you, and enjoy life.
City again, bitch.